My name is Charlie McGrath, I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. We're minutes away from having the State of the Union propaganda address, a bunch of feel-good nonsense about how far we've come and looking to the future on how great things are going to be. It's been let out that this speech is going to have everything to do with domestic policy, namely the middle class. Why are we going to talk about the middle class? Is it because after nearly half a decade of nonstop handing money to a bunch of institutions that has brought the world to a depression, we realize that that isn't going to solve our economic problems? Is this why we're going to address the middle class tonight? I don't think so. I happen to believe that we're going to address the middle class tonight because they understand what comes next. You see, the fiscal cliff deal, the debt ceiling raise deal that they were celebrating in Washington, D.C., was not a deal whatsoever. It kicked the can down the road for a few more months. And unfortunately, that can ended on March 1st. So come March 1st, there's going to be some tough decisions that are going to have to be made. And you can be rest assured tonight the president's going to say, we can't stall this fledgling recovery. We must take the actions in order to prevent a fiscal disaster come March 1st. So that means one of two things. Either we're going to have a smaller government, we're going to reduce spending, we're going to cut a bunch of social safety net programs, or we're going to load more debt onto the backs of the people of this country. Those are the two options that they're going to be presented to us tonight. And of course, if we cut government spending, cut $1 trillion a year in deficit spending, that's going to be tantamount to cutting our own financial throats. They're going to try to terrorize us into not having a smaller government. So of course we're going to talk about the middle class tonight. We're going to talk about how important it is we maintain the course. But let's look at what the course has brought us. Let's look at where we're at compared to when the president first took office. And this isn't a hit piece on Obama or the Democrats, because I think truly there's absolutely no difference between Barack Obama and George W. Bush. If that shocks you, maybe it's time to look in the mirror and think about what this president has done and how it differs from George W. Bush. Because besides the rhetoric that goes on in front of a camera, nothing else has changed. They still serve the same financial interests. We still spread war around the world. When those doors are closed, when that camera's off, they serve the same exact constituency, and it isn't we the people. So how far have we come since 2008 compared to tonight's State of the Union address? On this very day in 2008, $9.4 trillion, an outrageous amount, was our national debt. Tonight, $16.5 trillion. Per taxpayer in 2008, that was $87,000. That has mushroomed to $147,000 per taxpayer. In the year 2008, we had 13 million people conservatively unemployed. In the year 2013, it's exploded to 22 million. Again, a conservative number. In the year 2008, this number is staggering. In the year 2008, we had 145 million people in the workforce. You ask how they can broadcast and tell you that the unemployment rate's only 8%. Well, in the year 2013, not even taking into account the population growth since that time, our participation rate, or the pool in the workforce, is 143 million. 2 million less than it was in 2008. Another staggering statistic, then versus now, in 2008, 28.8 million people were on food stamps. Tonight, before the State of the Union, the number's at 48.1 million. They don't have a path that is anything close to a sustainable recovery. It is more of the same, more of paper over a depression with the modern day breadlines of things like food stamps, of social safety nets, and keep on piling the debt onto the people of this country and the people of this world. The more debt they can immerse us in, the more malleable we become. Stories are attached, statistics are attached. That's all I got.